All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. I'll share my screen so that it can be visible on the recording. Can you see the admin meeting agenda?
Mm-hmm.
I can.
Sweet. Awesome. All right. So let's roll through the doing. So Global Game Jam 2021, I think that was something that Vernon was working on. Still haven't heard anything from the Minneapolis. I think they said they were going to bring it up at one of their.
I thought he said that he had made contact with them, that they were okay with the idea of combining forces.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to hop in.
There might have been something in Slack. I should double check.
I mean, do we have the capacity to even do something?
You're muted, Karen.
Sorry, I was on the wrong window, and the push to talk is not very smart in Zoom. But I think the reason we wanted to see if we can combine forces with Minneapolis is more like, like, hey, if we have members who want to participate, can we like let them go join yours, as opposed to us really like maybe pulling our weight entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think, we realize that we don't have enough manpower or interest, I think, to put on a virtual event for this, at least just for our own chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if we're looking at the attendance of the board coming to these meetings, and the number of people that we're able to actually interact with right now, I think that at this point we probably will have very few. So I think it was a good thing we reached out to Minneapolis. Should probably check with Vernon to see kind of if anything else has been talked about. But here with us three, what are our thoughts on trying to start advertising for Minneapolis if we get the go-ahead to join? I mean, the final thumbs up from them.
Yeah, I just looked it up again, and it looks like, sorry, Kevin's playing a game and he's very loud.
It's okay.
I just looked it up, and it looks like, it was something where it was like a soft maybe, but like they weren't really that far in planning yet. So yeah, I guess we need to touch base and see if it's if there's anything more, and then also on my end, I'm willing to, post about the event, if we get it, but like I think kind of the amount of involvement like I am kind of feeling capable of right now is like I can post about it on our Facebook page. I can share it with our members. Beyond that, I don't know what I can really offer.
When is Global Game Jam? Please remind me. I'm sorry.
January.
Okay.
It's the last weekend in January.
Yeah. And if we ended up joining forces with them, it would be, I think, the involvement from us, or at least where work is fun. We could probably look to see about our people joining, but if they need anything from us, which probably will be no, but we'll find that out. Then I can help out a little bit there, but I can't go too far on that. So that's a good point, Karen. So we'll reach out to. I'll put a note up there for Vernon if that's all right in the admin channel, and just ask him if there's anything else, and we can try just asking. Have they made up their mind?
Well,
see if they've
also
started
too,
planning.
yeah, if somebody else from the group, like Vernon or Michael, who really took the leadership on planning it last year, if they want to like do more than I wanted to do, like, I'm not speaking for our whole chapter. I'm just kind of trying to put in what I personally can. So like, if we want to like rustle up some interested people, maybe there's something there, but yeah, first step is touching base.
Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and leave this one on here. Wow, I am having a rough time. All right. Started talking about hype for Ludum Dare.
Too late.
Cool. Move to done.
Yep.
Awesome. Creating a game with IGDA DSM.
Given current situations and the lack of response from Jeff, I think we just delete this.
All right. Boop, boop. All right. Let's see. Event sponsorship. I haven't talked to anybody lately. I know I was talking a little bit with Chase and Pam. Chase from Pillar, Pam from P3. Brought it up to Lean Techniques shortly after joining. I don't have anything new on there. I'm going to move this over to done. I think this will just be a rolling thing.
Okay.
If there's anything that we want to do, we could always bring it up to the individuals, but we could always talk about this at the end, see if there's something we want to do for this upcoming meeting, which is more of a social hour. So we might be able to have a little bit of something in there just to incentivize participation. But if that's just kind of going off the hip at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over to done. I'll put a note on here.
Yeah, to me, it seems like something that like maybe we should like not completely dismiss it, if we have upcoming meetings where it makes sense to like have some giveaways or something, but otherwise it seems a little more useful when we have meetings where we have to figure out a pizza budget.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, I moved that one over to done. Just it is what it is. Chapter asset library. Haven't heard from Michael in a while. I believe this was something. I'm going to go ahead and archive this one also just because there hasn't been any activity. And if it gets brought up again, we'll at least still have it in the history. Is that okay?
Yep.
Setting a code of conduct. I think we just need to find time to get together and go over this.
Yep.
So we'll leave this on doing for now, and then communications. I think it's probably the same thing.
Yeah, and with kind of the lack of meeting we had last month, I kind of dropped the ball on. I'm sorry, can you hear me at all?
Yeah. Zoom
Okay.
does a good job of taking out background noise, so Kevin's
Oh, thank
mostly
you,
just a
Zoom.
mumble for us.
Yeah, I kind of haven't been communicating much of anything, so I think yeah, if we've got the schedule coming up, that's something that we can start mentioning. And then I think since we last talked, I probably posted about memberships once or something like that. So I'm trying to sprinkle in things here, or I have been trying to share stuff from the IGDA like official page to like the Facebook group, at least, to just like let people know when there's stuff. And then we've got the integration on Discord to kind of share some of that information. So there's some communication happening, but right now with hatchlings, there's a lot of communications going on there that I have to admit that I've prioritized that over IGDA.
Yeah, that's absolutely. You said that you had an integration with the Discord channel. There's something out there, I'm trying to remember, I hooked it up once where you can integrate Discord and Slack. And it's a lot easier when you have your own Discord channel, which we have. I'll see if I can find that, and it would just be a nice thing to have over on Slack also, since we've got a lot more people. I say that because not many people talk on there.
Yeah, I feel like we have two sort of sleepy chat platforms.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't been doing much to make them livelier, so I can't complain.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this one in doing for now. Is that okay? And then if we could talk about it again next month and see if we want to bench this one for a little while and archive it, and we'll come back to it as we.
I mean,
As we find
communications will always be a thing. I guess if there's stuff that you guys want me to prioritize, I might need a suggestion of it, and then maybe I'll get my button, and do it.
Yeah. I think with the holidays, I'd say let's wait until 2021, and if we do, we'll see where society is. We'll see where COVID counts are. That's just my thought. What else do we have? So, all right. Is there anything we want to put in to do before we start going from top down? Nope.
I can't think of anything.
All right. I just threw this on here, record board meeting, just as a reminder for me. So I'm going to go ahead and scrap this. Scrap. This is something that we talked a little bit about. I'm going to throw this over to doing. I'll put it up closer to the top. This is just talking about rebuilding the IGDA Des Moines chapter board. As of pretty much COVID, there's been a lot less activity from individuals who have been added on the board in the past. The admin channel was up to 10 people. I believe we're at 9 as of today of individuals who are in there. So 3 people are here. So we're at just a little over 30% of the board is regularly attending, and we understand that there are different schedules. We'd really like individuals to attend if you're part of the board. Now, I'm looking for there's got to be that perfect time when everybody can attend. So if individuals can let me know or let Karen know or EB, and I'm saying this because it's recorded and I'm hoping somebody watches it. Please let us know so that we can get you in there. If we don't have participation from the board, there is no board. There's just a few individuals who are making decisions, and it shouldn't be that way. This should be our user group, everybody's user group. So I wanted to bring this up. We should look over our roster of individuals who are on the board. At some point, we should shift people around, add individuals if they would like to join and we have a conversation, remove individuals who are not active, or remove individuals who don't want to be part of this. So that's just my 2 cents on this. Any other words that we want to throw in before we, I guess, go a little deeper into this?
One thing that I've been thinking about, and I guess that kind of qualifies as going deeper into it, but one thing I've been thinking about is having a more open structure for these sort of planning meetings. And I know we've talked about like these planning meetings are essentially working meetings where we talk about what we want to get done and what are the things that we want to do for the community, that kind of thing. And one of the things I've been thinking about is what if we open these meetings to everyone, where it's not necessarily like get everybody's input and that kind of thing, but like anyone who wants to come can come, and let people self-select for their level of engagement in the planning and activities that we're doing. And sort of having a smaller meeting where we set the agenda, and that's just the sort of quote unquote chairs of the board, which essentially is going to be what we're doing right now. And then having a second meeting where it's open to everyone, and it's like, all right, these are the things that are coming up. Like, anyone who wants to step forward and volunteer, anyone have any great ideas that'll make this even better, or that kind of thing, where we open this up a bit more and maybe use that as an opportunity to not only make what we're doing more transparent to the people who are involved, but then also like get some people engaged and active and self-selecting for some more like chair type roles on the board. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
I like that idea. And I think that sometimes the chats that go on in admin are really chats that could go on in general.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely the channel in our Slack that gets the most use. And I think that like uh, with how sleepy we are to begin with, like why not let people know that we're trying to plan stuff? And you know, if we have questions about things like would people come to Global Game Jam, like you know, maybe we know better if more people could, you know, weigh in. So I'm in favor of that idea.
I as well. I like that. That's a great idea.
Yeah, and we might do it and have just as many people show up as we have now, but at least, you know, the worst that happens is what we already have, so.
So, Evie, you were talking about having a meeting. So you're talking about having this meeting and then having a secondary meeting. Would
Yeah,
you?
I'm just thinking like worst case scenario, we have a bunch of people show up, and if we don't have sort of a sort of structured agenda, it'll be difficult to make the conversation productive and sort of meaningful. And so all I was thinking was having a small pre-meeting that sets the agenda and sort of the direction of the larger meeting, and then the larger meeting open to everyone, basically like, here's everything that we want to talk about because we've already set what those topics are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And would you have everybody join Zoom such as this, and they'd have access to, I guess, the full video conference, or would you want it to be something like, I'm just going to throw out the idea of the YouTube Live where we have comments and they can talk that way? Do you want them as part of the conversation or kind of side of the conversation?
I think err on the side of chaos because we can always sort of rein it in and just let it be a big old Zoom meeting. Because again, like I honestly don't know if we put this out there and say like who wants to join the board meeting, how many people are actually going to show up. If we have the problem of too many people being in the Zoom meeting, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Awesome. I love this. Um, I'm definitely interested in giving that a try. Did we want to? I'm going to put the notes in here real quick, and then did we want to? Do we want to talk about it? Did we want to put it up in the admin channel? Where do we want to go? Because I believe that probably the best. This is just again my opinion. The best opportunity maybe to get more people to join in that kind of time wouldn't be December. It'd probably be January.
I mean, I don't think it would hurt to just try it with our next meeting. You know, have our meeting, you know, let people know like, hey, if you want to help us plan stuff, like our admin meeting is Monday or whatever day it is, and just see who shows up.
Yeah, I think even if it's December, that's, you know, if no one shows up, we try again in January. We try it for a few months and see what happens. Because I agree, like December might not be the best for turnout, but then we try again in January. I don't know. I don't think we put it in the admin channel. I think we're just talking to ourselves if we put it in there. Sorry to anyone who's listening to this.
Yeah, I'm in favor of just trying it. I don't think anyone would object.
No.
If somebody's watching this and does object, please let us know. I feel like the board we have right now is kind of built off of like, you know, the IGDA started getting some more people rather than just kind of like the friends of the founders of this local chapter. And then they kind of put out a call like, hey, you know, anyone who wants to help, like suddenly we got more people, you know, and we're looking for people who are interested in helping. And that kind of brought in a lot of the people who were in the admin channel now. So I think that, you know, this kind of goes with the spirit of what we've been doing too.
Yeah.
Does this pretty well describe what we're talking about, Evie? I want to make sure I'm not misrepresenting the idea.
Yeah, I mean, that's generally it. There's some specifics that could be added, but I don't think it's that necessary.
Okay. Thank you. Is there anything else we wanted to discuss in this?
I think we're good.
Okay. We'll leave this one in doing. We can. Did we say December we wanted to give this one a try for our next meeting?
Yeah, whenever our next admin meeting is.
Cool. So on that note, let's go into setting future topics, and along that, I think we should probably talk about this month. So this month we planned on doing the town hall. As with a lot of times on things when we don't have very many people, as we talked about before, we weren't able to complete what we needed to in time for the town hall to actually happen. So that is looking to get postponed for a future date. And at this point, as long as we follow everything through, it's going to be post-March. So look to get a town hall going at a future date. So, but we're looking to do December, the holiday social. And I think we had some ideas on how we were going to make that happen. I think
I'd
we
say
talked
let's
about
just do it like we did the last one.
do it like we did the last one. Just
If
open
that
up.
works for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. We did that in
Host a room in Zoom and stream some games.
Yeah, that was a blast. So for December, for anybody who's watching this that did not get a chance to participate in that one, we play Jackbox games. That's what it is, Jackbox. Yep. And had a nice little time just to chat and BS. So yeah, well, we'll do it again. I think that's a good easy one for December. Keep everybody engaged. Everybody that's interested in being engaged. So.
And
Cool.
it's kind of tradition at this point.
Yeah.
To do digitally, but
Absolutely. I think one of these months we should probably talk to Tara, or why do I want to say Christina. Her name wasn't Christina.
Danielle.
Danielle. Thank you. See if sometime when we have a social time, if they want to host something on a tabletop simulator.
Unfortunately, everybody would need a license for that, but I agree it would be fun.
That is right.
I recently learned about boardgamearena.net or something like that. If it's just a matter of playing board games.
Yeah. Nice. I'm gonna write that one down.
We could have a giant Among Us game.
Yeah. Can all be suspicious of each other.
I have a buddy who's trying to write a Discord thing that integrates and can tell if you're dead or tell if you're in. I hope somebody already has one.
Well, that'd be handy so you don't have to like mute yourself and stuff like that.
Yeah. Awesome. And then in that, along those lines, we were talking about January for I want to make a game. Now what? Do we want to? Evie, was that one just you, or was that somebody else that you're going to be doing that with?
That was just me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's gonna be a strong maybe. Mm-hmm. Let me see here. Given what's going on for me right now, like I probably shouldn't commit to anything, to be totally honest.
One idea is that we could move the town hall to January. It sort of makes sense, and they're like New Year's resolutions. Let's,
yeah,
kind of set some goals for this year with everybody. It kind of also ties into the bringing everyone into the board meetings. Like it might just be too much of that, but I still think that one way or another it'd be nice to kind of figure out who's an active part of this community and like what they're interested in getting from this group.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I left it on there. I pushed it out a little bit.
Yep.
Cool. Apparently there's a save button. Where is that save button? No, I do not have okay, whatever. There we go. Cool. So I think that's a great idea to give January a try for the town hall. That gives us a bit of time to get that one going.
Mhm.
We can brainstorm. Anybody who's watching, if we want to talk about the town hall, essentially the idea was having a number of topics, inviting individuals who are part of the community and talking about those topics. There's more to it. I know there is.
I think kind of topics specifically, about the group and about what, people in the community are doing and like about what people want from our group kind of too.
Mhm.
Perfect. So yeah, that would lead in perfect too.
Yeah. Getting people involved in the planning meetings and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we have roughly 5 months planned out. Global Game Jam recap. I'll figure out what's going on there, just depending on how many people actually participate.
Yeah, I feel like everything after January is a maybe. But
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. That one was put in March. I'm going to go ahead and archive this one.
I feel like we're addressing this question with several things that we're doing, so I feel it's fair to archive it.
Awesome. Game Maker Guild, that's probably benched for a while. Analog Game Development. Well, actually,
we've done that.
I should reach out to Tara, Joe, see if they have anybody interested in doing a presentation for early next year.
Sure.
So if that's cool, I'll at least make the contact. And yeah, and then basically from there we've got open forum, and we've already reviewed agenda items. Was there anything else we wanted to talk about?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. Just a quick note for anybody watching this video: if you have anything, please put it up in the admin channel. I look forward to hearing anything. If there's anything that you'd like to do to help out with the future topics, future anything we've got going on, or presenting yourself, please reach out. Otherwise, let's reconvene at some point and try and figure out what the best time is to get more people from the board here, so we can have these conversations instead of having the conversations on Slack later. Otherwise, I'm going to stop share and go from there. Thank you.
Thank you.